Hey Management 4480, welcome to fall 2020. So this is just our introductory video to both the class and our semester. In this class, we're focusing on business strategy. And typically in these courses taught at different universities, the focus is applying strategy concepts to the largest firms, the Fortune 500 firms. But I also like to incorporate the small firms, the mom and pop shops that nobody's really talking about. So while we will talk about those large firms, also know that we'll be talking about small entrepreneurial firms in our local community. And also, I like to use some of these business strategy concepts for ourselves. Sometimes we need to treat ourselves like a business. And so we'll have some activities later on in the semester that ask you to apply what you're learning to yourself and to your future. So I've posted a PowerPoint for our first week on Moodle. And in this video, I just wanted to cover some of the takeaways from that PowerPoint. First of all, like I said, this class is all about business strategy. But what does strategy really mean? So strategy is sometimes conflated with goals, and a strategy is not a goal. A strategy is actually the plan to reach the goal. Another takeaway that I wanted us to cover from the PowerPoint is the idea of attaining a competitive advantage. You're going to hear that phrase a lot during the semester. What does it mean to attain a competitive advantage? It's basically finding a way to overcome forces in the environment that may not be in our favor. So we find a way to overcome these forces in order to better reach our goal. Another key takeaway from the PowerPoint are the two perspectives of leadership. So you'll see that there is an external control perspective, and then you'll see that there's a romantic view. Another key takeaway from the PowerPoint is the strategic management process. So the strategic management process has 3 steps. So first we analyze our goals, and we also analyze our environment to see what forces in our environment might be helping us toward our goal and which ones might be hindering us as we approach our goal. The next step is to make decisions on how we can bring ourselves closer to that goal. And then the third step is simply to implement the strategy that we've designed in the second step. Another key takeaway that I wanted to cover from our PowerPoint is the idea of operational effectiveness. So lots of people believe that just by doing business better than our competitors, we can attain a competitive advantage over those competitors. But operational effectiveness, which is the idea that we'll just be more effective or more efficient than our peers, is never sufficient to attain a competitive advantage. So towards the end of our PowerPoint, I incorporate a real life situation, a real person who needs your strategic expertise. You'll see at the back of the PowerPoint that I included some information on Kanye West's presidential run. So Kanye has a goal, and he intends to make changes in our country, and he plans to do so by becoming president. But there are some issues with his bid for president. So given these circumstances, given his goal, and then given the very relevant factors that might be hindering him from being successful, what would you advise him? So here are next steps for you. So check out today's PowerPoint. Like I said, it's on Moodle. You'll see on the PowerPoint that I included a little bit of information about me and my background. So now it's your turn. Go on Moodle and answer some questions about yourself, and make sure you upload a nice picture of yourself so we can all see you. So even though we're not in the classroom together, we can still feel like we're together. At the end of the PowerPoint, I include some forum discussion questions that I want you to answer. Just remember that you're going to answer the question based on the first letter of your last name. You're also going to respond to someone else's comment. You can respond to any comment across any of the questions that you want. Finally, another next step for you is to follow our class on Instagram. So typically I teach this class in person, but even though we're not in class together, I still want us to be as interactive as possible. So come on over to Instagram and join us. All right, that's it for this week. I'll post another video next week. I'm looking forward to seeing you all online. I'll be checking Moodle on Instagram. See you later.